You're welcome. So this is a part 8 of how to make PHP project. So here we are learning like how to make the banking system, that is a banking project. So if you're watching this one first time, please watch from the video 1. So that is a part 1. Therefore you can understand how to make the banking project step by step. And here in this video we learn like how to make check balance, how to do the money transfer, and then check the transaction list. What are the transactions occurred? So how admin can check all the transactions and the customer can check their own transactions. So these things we'll understand in this video. Right. So if you want to become a full stack developer, so you need to have a good hand-in experience like how to build the whole application. So this is the effort. This video will teach you like how you can make the complete project. So this is an entry-level project, but if you keep practice this, naturally you can grow yourself and then you can learn more and then keep on improve that. Fine. So anyway, this video is concerned, we'll generate check balance. How do we do the check balance? So here we have a debit amount and the credit amount. We take the total sum of this and then take the balance. We can check the balance. Once you have the balance, we can do the transfer, because when you want to transfer, so they should have a sufficient money, so that then only they can do the transfer. And the one more is a transaction list. What are the transactions done? That list has to come. So therefore you want to become a PHP programmer or full stack developer, you should learn practically how to do this. So this is a video series, definitely will help you to gain the knowledge and get the practical experience. So therefore follow video and then do it yourself. Let's start with the rest of the pages. Fine. So this is the customer main page. We have account details, check balance, so transfer money. So we need to do all these things. And the admin side, so we already done the deposit entry. So next one is the transfer list. Okay, we want to see all the transfers, what are the transfer done, or you can call it as a transaction list. Okay, so therefore you can, transaction list may be better. So instead of transfer, we can make it as a transaction list. So we just go back to this, and this is the admin main page. So here you can call it as a transaction list. So all the transactions we can show here. So admin transaction list. Fine. So in order to make a transaction list, we require any list page. So even this will do the job. That is admin account detail list. So therefore you can go to that page, admin account list. So this C drive XAMPP, this is HD docs. So there we have a banking project, right? This file is admin account detail list. So this is the file. So we can edit this one. Then we can change to transaction list. So this is the admin transaction list. Copy this. So file, save as. We'll replace that with a different name. The original file still be there in the same location, but now we made it as a transaction list. So in the transaction list, what are the columns we are having? Transaction number. This is the transaction number. Then date, what date transactions occurs. Then the account number, which account it is. And then this is the debited amount. And then you can have a credited amount. So you can have details also, but that's not so important here. So you only want to show the amount. So therefore this will do the job. So now this is the transaction table. So therefore you can say transaction table, order by transaction number. You can take descending order because the old one should not be there. So new one should appear on the top. So yeah, so it's almost done. So this is the advantage once we know like how to write the file. So because this one is to list the records. So any list, next time when you do, only thing is we need to change the table name and the corresponding order by conditions, and then these things are almost same. Here we need to check it out number of columns what we want to display, so that corresponding changes is required, that we need to do. So rest of the things is already there, therefore is save as new file and will do the job. Fine. So now we can come back and you can see that you can refresh here. So transaction list. So you can see that 1001. So there is a deposit amount here, and the credit amount. So let me go to phpMyAdmin transaction table. So credit amount 00, so this 0 has to come here. Okay, so why is not coming? So this is 1 2 3 4 5. This is only 4 are there. Okay, so the one more is not there, so therefore you need to copy this, and then so we need to add one more column here. So this is the fourth column. So now save this, right, refresh this, so then credit amount is 0. So therefore these are the debit amounts. We can understand this is the money comes into the bank. So probably if you want to give the heading here, otherwise what is this is not informative. So to give the heading, you can make one top line here. So therefore what you can do is, so just copy this, one more tr. So you can implement CSS for this, so that we can see later. But here you can see that how many columns are there? There are totally 5. So therefore you can use column span is equal to 5. So what is this? This is the transaction list. So you want to make it a little bit bigger, so we can use the CS here. So 20 is already there. You want to make a little bit bigger, more, you can use the heading H1, H2, H3. So that will do the job. Okay. So this is a transaction list. So these are the transactions which are happened. So if we go back, now we'll come back to the admin. So same way, now if you go to customer, here you can see that account details. First you need to create the account details. So individual customer details has to come. So now to display that, what we can do is we can go to this folder. So you can see that account detail list is there. So here everyone's account detail list will come, but you can use this one only. I'll show you like how we can make this is horizontal. This we need to make it as a vertical. So once you make it vertical, so therefore individual account details will come here. Fine. So therefore file, save as. So this is the customer details .php. Okay, so save this customer details. Then you have to go to customer main page. There you need to be link this customer details. Okay. So okay, now what you have to do? So there is account name, details, facilities, minimum balance. This is the account type actually. Okay, not customer, account type. So you want to list the customer list. Okay, admin customer list. This is the one we need to take. Okay, I'll copy this. Now I'll going to replace this. I'll delete everything and then I'll replace. This is the customer list. So because this is the customer details we want to display, therefore this is required. So, okay, right. Now before display the customer list, we need to know which customer is login. So therefore just go to customer login. Here we need to have a session variable. So we need to store this value in the session variable. Okay, there is a session start and dollar. So here we'll declare this. So this is session. So variable name. So this is account number. So that is equal to, okay, once they log in, okay, initially we can put 00, okay. So we declare and put 00. So next, once they log in, if everything goes well, so here is the next page they'll go. So here we'll write $V1. So where $V1 will have the account number, that account number will go to session account number. Now this is required. I just copy this. Now here is the customer details. Okay, so now before that you need to say session start. So session start, here it is. So $V1 is equal to session account number. Again we transfer back to V1 variable. Where account number, so that is equal to, instead of Y here it is $V1. So $V1 this particular customer. Fine. So now everything will show in the horizontal way. Now if you want to change to vertical, what you have to do, we need to cut and paste here. So we need to take out this and then it should come over here. So now here tr has to come. Okay, so now so this first one. Okay, so here the tr has to be closed here. Table row, so that is so here is a name and the corresponding name here. So next one is here. Okay, so therefore here tr has to close and tr has to start. So therefore you can write /tr tr again. So this is required everywhere, so therefore I'll just paste it here. Okay, I think name is done, so delete this. Now address. So this is the one, that is address. Next mobile number, I'll take out this. So here tr and then tr starts, here it should be. Next one email. So mobile number is this one. So tr starts here, therefore it should come here. So next one account type. So the last one. So here it is. So tr. Then it should come over here. Okay, so now I think it is done. So this tr is not recorded, it's removed. So this is the account details. Okay, so we'll go back here. So we'll go to customer login. So here is the account number. So then you have to give the password. So it comes account details. So here is the array account number at line number 25. There is an error. So these kind of errors you are getting, I'm just showing you to understand. So these are possibilities. So then how to solve the errors. Okay. So this is a fatal error, the fetch row. Right. So we just go back to this at 29. Here it is. Account number V1. Okay, customer account tab. Okay, so you can check here only customer account tab. Here it is. So this is the account number. Okay, so this account number you should check and it should display. So what is wrong with there? So okay, so we'll check whether we have the session variable value or not. Okay, therefore you can write echo $v1. So that is not there. So v1. So this is the customer login. So this is the account number. Okay, so here is the session start. This is started and then we are transferring to v1. We'll echo this v1. So v1 should print actually. So let's see that that is printing or not. So now account details. Okay, so this is printing and now we can see that account details are displaying here. So when you click back, it should come to customer main page. So therefore now we don't require this. We delete this and you say back. So this should come back to customer main page. So save this. Now we can see that session variable working fine. So here is the session variable. So we are transferring to v1. So what are the values already stored? Where we have stored? When you log in, we are passing the value to session variable. So after that customer main page will come. From there it will come to customer details. So here we'll have the value and then we transfer to V1. Done. So this is done. So now we have a customer details. So next one is the balance. Okay, now we need to check the balance, customer balance. So in order to check the balance, we record one more page. So I think now customer details, this page only will do the job. Therefore I go to file, save as, then you can call it the customer balance .php, save the file, then go to customer main page, and here is the customer balance .php. Fine. Now this is customer balance. Okay, so now we have the account number for which account it is. So now we need to write the query. So what is the query you have to write? So the query is, so if we go to the table, transaction table, so here is the debited amount, here is the credited amount. You have to sum all these things, and you have to sum all these things for the particular account, particular account number, and then you take the difference, then you will get the balance. Therefore you have to say sum of DB amount minus sum of credit amount. So you can call it as a balance in case you want, you can do. Okay, so you can have a bracket here, you can have one more bracket as balance from transaction table. This is a transaction table where account number is equal to V1. Okay, so this account number again we have in the session variable. From there we are transferring V1. From the V1 we are reading. Okay, so now, so it will have one row. So therefore what we can do is balance amount. So this is 0. So only one row is enough. We'll delete the rest of the things. So we'll show the balance amount on the top. So here you have the table. So you can also have one more heading, TD. Here I can use H1, balance amount. So H1 then slash TR. Okay, so there is only two columns are there here. Okay, then you have to say column span is equal to 2. Done. So here is a customer. Now check balance. So you can see balance amount. Balance amount is 1,50,000. Fine. So now the code working fine. So here is what is the code required. This is working fine. So next is you need to transfer. So in order to transfer, we already have the admin deposit. So I think the same is do. So C drive. Right. So customer transfer. Yeah, we already done this. Right. So here, because you are not going to enter the account number, you will enter the to account number for whom you want to send the money, to account number. Then what is the amount? Then the transfer details. So why you are transferring? Okay, these are to account number. So here you can see that from account number is not given. So that we need to read from the session variable. So therefore, so here is session start, customer balance, and this is the variable. So we copy this, customer transfer. Okay, so we'll take this here. Okay, so this V1 we don't require actually, because we'll not check for whom it's went. So only we indicating that the money transferred from this account. No. Okay, so credit side, when you transfer, the money will be deducted from the credit side. Therefore here V2 go to right side, so 0 will come onto the left side. So 0, so your debit amount 0, your credit amount is V2. So therefore you are deducting the money from this account. So V3 is the details. So this is a session account number, and here is a session start is there. Fine. So save this, then we'll go back here and then just go back. So transfer money. So you'll have this two account number for which account you want to transfer. But actually there you'll not reflect. When you transfer, you'll go to some other account. But in case if it's the same bank and your money should go to that account, then we need to write one more insert statement there. Okay, first we'll check whether the money will be deducted or not. So let's say 25,000 rupees we want to transfer. Transfer to friend. Right, submit. Okay, so I think record inserted is done. So now we don't want this echo. So therefore you just go there here. Okay, so here it is. So it's not required. So delete this line. Fine. So now what you can do, you can go back. So back, here it is. So this is the customer main page. So I'll use this one. Okay. So now if I go to check balance, you can see that 1,25,000. So your 25,000 deducted. Now next is the transaction list. So you want to do the transaction. So we already done for the admin. So the transaction list. So therefore you can go to admin transaction list here. Edit this. Now file, save as. So now instead of admin we can call it as a customer transaction list. So save this one. So first we'll go to customer main page. This is customer main page. Okay, here you can change this. This is the customer transaction list. This is the transaction list. Now you should filter. Okay, so only for this particular customer it should show, not for all the customers. So therefore what you have to do, so here it should have some filter. This is balance. Okay, so customer transaction list. So in order to do this, again we require a session variable. So therefore we can go back to this customer balance, edit this. So here is a variable. So take the variable value. So now here we need to include this session start, important. Then what are the account number that we have to transfer to V1. So select star from transaction variable order by user. Okay, so here you need to give the where condition because we want to filter the records. So therefore $V1. So this is customer transaction list. So this particular customer transactions only will be shown here. Fine. So refresh this. So you have a transaction list. Now you can see that this is the recent transfer you done. These two are the deposit. So here in case you want, you can show the details also. So in order to show the details, we make one more column here, details column, because customer want to know the details. So therefore this is details. So here is a 4 and we required 5. So copy this and then paste here and then call this as the 5th column. So 5th. Now if I refresh this, so you can see that cash received. So this is to friend. Okay, so whatever you write here, that will come out. So this is from the customer side transaction list, and same admin side also there is a transaction list. So new deposit comes, so that is shown here, like the money from this particular customer is transferred. So that is what we are reflecting, but to whom it's transferred we are not reflecting here. So that again, in case it's the same bank or different bank, lot of things has to be done, but here is a basic level for this particular customer, whether the money deducted or not, that is what we want to show here. So that is done. So hope you understand the concept. So you can see that up to customer, so the transactions will be shown. Now we can sign up as a new customer and all can be done here. So please try all these things. In the next video we'll see more things, particularly validations, how to do the validations.